I don't know what's going on. I'm actually excited about the Dallas Cowboys again.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
My big dumb fucking team is trying to make me feel some kind of way. And I haven't felt this way in what feels like 90 years. Just watch Interstellar, by the way. Amazing film, highly recommend. I honestly don't like feeling this kind of hope. So the Cowboys just signed Von Miller, and normally I look at a 37-year-old pass rusher and say, okay, cool, we'll see. But this move isn't happening in a vacuum. After we traded Parsons last year, I knew the defense was fucking cooked. That's why I had no hope for last year. We got Quentin Williams way too late, and even with his play, he alone couldn't fix that dog shit defense. This offseason feels different though.
With the 11th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Caleb Downs, defensive back, Ohio State.
The Cowboys have been completely revamping their defense. The first domino was the most important thing, getting a defensive coordinator. Christian Parker, he feels like a potentially great one. He a real one. They traded for Rashawn Gary, signed Jalen Thompson, drafted Caleb Downs, drafted Malachi Lawrence. Listen, I could make an entire video just talking about my love for Caleb Downs. All these moves give me hope for the defense. I mean, they can only improve from last year, right? You can't possibly get any worse than last year. You can only go up. While nobody notable really played in the preseason opener against the Sea Chickens, after a rocky first series where they gave up 7 points, the defense was fucking clamps. I know it was backups, yeah, whatever. It may not mean anything at the end of the day, but listen, I love the way their defense played. And they flew to the fucking ball. They reportedly had 0 missed tackles in the game. They had 19 last year in the preseason opener. So, come on. That tells me a lot about Christian Parker. This dude ain't no joke. And now we get Von Miller last night. Man, for the first time in what feels like forever, I'm looking at this roster and I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, this team might be onto something.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
We already know the offense will be good. Come on, like Pickens, CD, Dak, Vontae, they good. They just need to be reasonably healthy, that's all. But the question has always been that defense, bro. That defense. The fucking worst in football last year. But I'm feeling more and more confident now. Now, before anybody calls me delusional, let's be clear. Von Miller isn't 27-year-old Von Miller. He's not coming here to win games by himself. At least I hope not. I mean, if we depend on Von Miller like we did with Clowney last year, like, come on, bro. We signed Clowney off the streets, and that motherfucker ended up being our leader in sacks. Like, bro, that can't happen again, bro. Listen, but if you can get 9 sacks from a 37-year-old playing a rotation role while putting him next to the talent that we already accumulated, shit.
Now we're talking.
Could Von Miller really be that piece to help us get over the top? Can he actually make us, like, relevant, get us to the NFC Championship? Or am I just being fucking fooled by Jerry Jones again? I don't, man. Listen, all I know is this. I'm 42 years old.
Damn! I'm sorry.
I was alive during those Super Bowls in the 90s. I was 8, 9, and 11 years old when they won. I understood what was happening. I celebrated. I remember those moments, but I was still too young to fully appreciate like I would if they won today. When the Arkansas Razorbacks won their championship in 1994, I celebrated that with my parents. We were all so happy. But, come on, man. Experiencing a championship as a child is fundamentally different than experiencing one as an adult. You understand the significance intellectually, but you don't necessarily have the perspective to appreciate just how rare those moments are. I mean, man, 94? I've been a Warriors fan for 10 years. So yeah, first off, get the bandwagon jokes out the way, whatever, I don't care. I was born and raised in Arkansas. I don't have an NBA team in my city, in my state, so fuck off.
Fuck off.
When the Warriors won in 2022, it was probably the most meaningful championship I've experienced since 1994. And that's saying something because, you know, the Warriors won in 15, 17, and 18. I enjoyed all those championships. I did. I truly did. But 2022 was just different. That 2015 championship, you know how that was. All people talked about was, oh, Kyrie and K-Love were hurt. They went back to the finals again in 16, and you know what happened there. I don't even want to talk about it. But then 17 and 18, when they got KD, you know what happened there. Oh, they had KD. So couldn't even really celebrate that like I wanted to. But 2022, this shit was different. Nobody expected that team to win. Steph Curry was phenomenal. Their entire run felt improbable from the beginning to the end. There was no asterisk. No excuses. No excuses. No way anyone could convince me that what I experienced wasn't special. Nobody can take that euphoria away from me. 2022, shit. And now I'm thinking, man, I've been a Cowboy fan for 30 years. Just imagine how I would act if they won now. I spent 3 decades watching this team break my fucking heart. If they actually won, this would be like the 22 Warriors times 1,000. The crazy part, it's not even just the fact that the Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl in 30 years. It's the fact they haven't even made an NFC championship, let alone even made the Super Bowl. Then you add the fact we're the most polarizing team in the NFL. Like, let's just get that out. We're the most hated team in the league. When Dallas loses, it's not just another team losing. It's a fucking national event. Everybody got an opinion then. And see, my blood pressure raising right now. I need to calm down. Everybody has a punchline. There's always somebody waiting to remind me, hey, you know the Cowboys haven't done shit in decades, right? Yes, I know, nigga. And then these same people will call me a bandwagon fan. How am I a bandwagon fan when I've been watching them fail for 30 years? Come on, man. So yeah, being a Cowboys fan for the last 30 years has just been fucking miserable. Which is why I'm almost afraid to say it. Can they make the Super Bowl this year? They might, they might actually have a chance. I don't know. I have hope. I can't believe I just said that. But seriously, for the first time in a long time, I look at this Cowboys team and I just see hope. Maybe this can finally be different. It isn't just about Von Miller. I know Von Miller isn't the Pro Bowler he used to be. I know this isn't Super Bowl MVP Von Miller. I'm not that delusional. But if he can be a great situational pass rush weapon, man, it just gives me a little hope. And hearing the way he talks just gets me pumped up as well.
I can still walk into 8 to 10 sacks now. I could. That's just walking in. That's just walking.
Talk your shit, right?
That's the shit I love to hear. I love that confidence. He had 9 sacks, only playing 37% of the snaps last year with Washington. With the offense that we have, he could be playing with the lead a lot this year, and that can help. It can only help. Man is joining a revamped defense, young, energetic defensive coordinator. Ezra Rocco and Malachi Lawrence, they need that leadership.
You know, every team that I've ever been on is not a guy in that locker room that'll say, you know, anything bad about me, and that's what I care about. You know, the guys that I work with, and I'll be able to do that here with the Dallas Cowboys. You know, they can say what they want to say. I'm worth, 10 to 13 plays a game. I can win 10 to 13 plays a game, and that's with me not even stepping on the football field.
I don't think there's anything not to like about this sign. The more I think about it, Big Q, Gary, Kenny, those guys are going to benefit from playing with him. Then, Caleb Downs. Listen, man, the leadership aspect alone is enough to like this signing. And it just gives me just a little bit more hope, man. I can't believe I'm saying this. This is all I've been asking Jerry Jones to do. Act like you give a fuck. After that debacle against the Packers in 2023, that playoff game, bruh, for some reason, the Cowboys went into that next offseason and they let several starters walk. And they didn't even replace them. And they haven't even been to the playoffs since. They fucked over Mike McCarthy's last season. I wasn't even the biggest Mike McCarthy fan either. I didn't like that hiring. But the Joneses, they fucked him over. Look at last offseason. They didn't do anything again. Matt Eberflus was on my shit list all last year. I couldn't stand that motherfucker. But come on. I have to be at least objective. I have to be reasonable. They traded Micah Parsons like a week before the season even started last year. Like, what the fuck? And of course, they did nothing to bolster the defense last offseason. And they traded for Quinnen Williams way too late. This is Quinnen's first full training camp with the team. They traded for the dude at the deadline. Like, what do you expect him to do, really? I mean, he was still very impactful, but come on. Eberflus was expected to make lemonade out of diabetic urine. Like, come on, bro. I have to at least be fair to him. But kudos to the Joneses for finally showing they had a fucking pulse this offseason. They aggressively addressed weaknesses instead of just hoping this shit would magically disappear. For God's sake.
Thank you.
With all that said, am I being fooled again? Probably. This wouldn't be the first time, and it won't be the last time. They got my hopes up in 2023 and they fucked me over. They had the audacity to go undefeated at home, essentially blowing everybody out. Got the 2 seed, had a clear path to the NFC Championship, and then they got fucking destroyed by Jordan Love. Jordan Love had the fucking perfect game. He will never have another playoff game like that again. It's damn near impossible. He can't. He was perfect. So yeah, this team, they fucked me over for decades. They've had above average QB play since 2006 and nothing to show for it. You know how many teams would kill to have the Cowboys situation at quarterback for the last 20 years? Do you understand how crazy that is? You've had good QB play for 20 years and you couldn't do shit with it? Listen, I have hope, but I'm always cautiously optimistic with this team. Always.
Always.
At the end of the day, I don't know if this team is going to the Super Bowl. I don't even know if they're winning the NFC East. But for the first time in a long time, I don't feel like I'm waiting for them to disappoint me. I'm actually looking forward to see what they can become. I'm kind of excited. And that's all I got for y'all today. And RIP Hayden Panettiere.